Greetings, gamers, and welcome to the Broken Pixel podcast where we talk all things gaming related, news, reviews, previews, and whatever the hell else we want to talk about. I'm your host, Wes. I'm joined on my right by Aaron.
Yo.
Your right by James.
Hello.
If you like what you see, please like, favorite, subscribe on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, all of the social medias. Mm-hmm. Yes, I know, James. If you want to help us out, visit patreon.com/derailed. Throw us $1, throw us $5.
Botching intro since 2016.
He just botched his botch of your botch. So
Botchception?
don't feel bad. Yeah, it was a botchception.
Also, a little bit...
Botchception.
A little bit of, I guess, housekeeping. There was no new piece of Schmidt this week.
Yeah.
The computer ate it.
Yep.
Both computers.
Both computers ate it. So we'll have a new one up for you on Monday.
You would call that a symphony of errors.
It's pretty terrible.
But it happens. I mean, we've done shows where we don't turn on the audio.
Or the lights.
You guys have.
Or the lights.
You guys have.
You have one where just shit didn't work when I wasn't there.
Yeah.
And then at the end of it, the microphone just...
Yeah.
But thank you for your understanding on that. If nothing else, rip Apple and Dell new ones. Because it's either one of those that did it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Who knows? They have hard drives in there that are made by like Toshiba, so probably Toshiba's fault.
Let's blame Toshiba.
Yeah. Fuck Toshiba.
Unless you want to sponsor us, then.
Toshiba's the greatest.
All right, so we got a little bit of news, not a lot, but some announcements have come out. Sony is officially working on the next gen console.
Yeah.
Shocking news, I know.
We're about that time.
Yeah, I was assuming one more E3 of maybe this when they announce it, since we're not getting PSX.
Maybe, yeah.
Or will this be this coming E3? You think be the last one with no new next gen console?
I think this will be the last one without. I don't think they'll talk about it at this one.
Unless Microsoft does.
Yeah. Maybe not even then, because they're so cocky right now. They'll do the dumbest fucking things.
Xbox Scorpion Viper announced. Project Scorpio Viper.
They don't need a new console.
Neither company really does.
No, but Sony is more apt to because they're behind. That's the only thing they're behind on is the power of their consoles, and it's not even by much. Microsoft needs to not have another console for like another 7 years and just double down on software, but we're going to talk about that a little bit later.
Yep. Borderlands 2 is coming to VR.
I don't know who the fuck that's for. That is weird and late.
It is late, but it's like I get the same feeling I got from hearing about Doom VR, just hearing the announcement. It's not going to make you sick as shit.
No.
Well, I
Doom
mean,
VR is amazing.
Well, because Doom VR, but you don't get free movement, right? It just kind of like goes to a point and then shoot everything and go to the next point.
Kind of, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's just if you had the free chaotic movement that Doom actually had, that would be terrible in VR.
Right, exactly.
But yeah, you're right. That is weird to think about. Of all the games to announce for VR,
who cares? That is weird.
I mean, Borderlands has a following, but
I don't even think they're that big anymore.
They're not. We need a new Borderlands to make them big.
Yeah. I never got into it anyways.
They're fun to play with people. Would never play them solo.
Yeah.
So there's been some more info about Fallout 76, good and bad, depending on the opinions you read. IGN got like another couple-hour gameplay footage of it recently. The thing I want to point out is that there is a premium currency, so hate that, love it, don't care, either way. But it's only for cosmetics.
Right.
Which is what it should be.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently I've heard there's no mod support for the game. Which would be interesting if Bethesda's not letting you do mods, even their Creation Club. Mm-hmm. But
sure.
It would make sense being a multiplayer game unless you're having private servers.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just
If I was them, I wouldn't mod it, just because there's online. And how does that work? If like you're playing, you have to play with people who have those mods.
so you have you create the server with the mods turned on and people join you.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't even worry about it.
And then rumor going around, Microsoft might be close to buying Obsidian Studios. Obsidian, most famous for a lot of people for Fallout 76. Also a lot of Stick of Truth, and a lot of isometric RPGs like Pillars of Eternity and stuff. A lot of old PC stuff. could be good for them. They are buying up studios left, right, and center. I mean, Ninja
That's what
Theory.
they have to do.
If they can't, no one can make games for them. If they can't do it themselves, they have to get people to do it.
They can just keep pumping out Forza and stuff every year, but like, man, Gears of War and Halo are so spent at this point.
I mean, that coming from you with the Halo thing.
Yeah. I mean, Halo is fun, is great, and it's nostalgic more than anything.
But you have better memory. Like, you would probably rather replay 1, 2, and 3 with Derek
Yeah.
than ever pick up 5 or even 4.
If they revamp 6, 4 is fine because we started playing again when 4 came out and like Reach and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. 5 was just such a bummer for me that it's really kind of wasted my interest in it.
And Gears is a fun series,
Yeah, it's fine.
but that's just it. It's fine. It's not going to blow you away.
Yeah.
They're getting some good indie titles. I have
Sure.
to admit, like Ori and the Blind Forest, the sequel to that, looks great.
It looks great.
But this could be
They
good
don't
for-
have a Spider-Man, a Last of Us, a God of War.
They don't.
they
And
don't.
that's
Like
just
those
it.
are like
And they're not buying big studios.
Yeah.
They're not partnering with the big studio. Like, get Capcom to make a game specifically for them,
Right.
or Platinum, or I would say Rockstar, but Rockstar likes to give Sony exclusive content because they know what people like to play on.
Man, it's crazy. Like, Insomniac went with Microsoft to make
Sunset Overdrive.
Sunset Overdrive, which is a huge inspiration on like the superhero-y jumping around a city kind of thing that Spider-Man got. But Sony just had the advantage of having the Marvel and Spider-Man property. Microsoft doesn't have any of that.
Well, Insomniac was told by Marvel, we will give you rights to any hero.
Yeah.
And because of their work with Sunset Overdrive, that's why they picked
It makes
Spider-Man.
the most sense,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because the only other one, just from a Marvel hero off the top of my head, would be Daredevil, and that could be fun, but it's not Spider-Man. It's not the marquee name.
Yeah. They had a lot of fun with Spider-Man, and it shows.
I had a lot of fun with Spider-Man.
Yeah. But it's just like you can. It's like, oh, Insomniac needs to make a game for Microsoft because they just made. It's like, oh, well, they just made Sunset Overdrive,
Which,
and
to be
that was fun.
not gonna lie, Sunset Overdrive was fun from
It
what
was
I heard.
fine.
But that's just it. I don't want that with these big exclusives.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have
exactly.
liked God of War if it was just fine.
Fine. Yeah.
Last of Us wouldn't be the cultural phenomenon it became if it was just fine.
Right.
Uncharted, just fine.
Right, yeah.
They all hit that. They all scratch that itch that we want in a good game,
Yeah.
which I know is a subjective thing.
Yeah,
I think
but-
it's good.
It's subjective to a point, right? Like they are objectively good games. It's subjective whether you
Yeah,
enjoy
like-
them as much or not.
Like some people don't like linear games. So Last of Us, well, no one. Well, some people may. I'll never
Some
touch
people
this
might
game.
not like that. Yeah.
Versus some people don't like open world stuff, so they may never touch Spider-Man. They're both wrong. They should play both of them.
But I bet like some people don't like Last of Us because it's linear, and then love God of War because it's like kind of more open or whatever. You know, it's like people just like what they want to like, which is totally fine. But like they are objectively good games,
Yes.
right?
What was the last objectively good Microsoft game or exclusive?
No idea.
Gears 4, maybe?
Everything is very niche. Like
Forza?
the only thing that I think of is State of Decay 1.
Not
But that's niche because that game's like super buggy and terrible and janky. But I loved that game.
Yeah, I mean, I got that free on the 360 towards the end of the 360
Man,
stuff.
it was.
and
I had
liked it.
so much fun with that game, but
Yeah, that's not one you could recommend to everyone.
yeah, exactly. I would not because people would pick it up and be like, "Oh, this is garbage." It's
Just
like
look-
you just have to find the love in it. But I don't know, man. I really don't know. They just pumped out a new console, Scorpio, for nothing. Like, what am I playing on this?
The Xbox One X.
Yeah.
You want the best Blu-ray player on the market. The best 4K Blu-ray player on the market is the Xbox One X.
Right.
And I mean, it's a powerhouse, and because they're still trying to focus on the Xbox One being your one home media console. Sony pretty much got rid of that. No, we're going to be the gaming console first.
That's fucked them. It fucked them so hard. Their next console, which is inevitable. I know I said they don't need one, but they have to just to keep up. They have to do what Sony did and be like games.
Well, even if they keep all the stuff they put in the Xbox One X, and like, okay, don't focus on the connectivity stuff. Don't focus on the Blu-ray.
We don't need
focus on
second
that.
screens.
Nope.
Yeah.
Actually, that was something else. I didn't get to read the whole article because I wasn't going to talk about it. But Microsoft is trying to make it to where you can stream any game you have on the Xbox to either any device or any Windows device. That'll include Windows tablets or even little phones.
That's crazy.
But like Forza, playing on here, and then I gotta go to work. Let's continue playing Forza.
How well does that work on a phone though? Like, I don't know. That's a fine idea, but again, I think it's wasted resources. Like, stop doing that.
Just pump out games.
Right.
Like you have Rare.
Yeah.
You have Rare, and Sea of Thieves is getting better. It's pulling a No Man's Sky or a Destiny. It's getting better, but it's not there yet.
Yeah.
But you have Rare, a company that made Nintendo's 64 better games, either as good or better than the first party Nintendo, which is hard to do.
Yeah.
And you've ran that company into the dirt.
Yeah. Yeah. It's weird. They both have their flaws, Microsoft and Xbox, Sony, and whatever.
All the companies have their flaws.
Yeah. They're both equally shitty in different rights.
And neither one of them want to learn from their mistakes.
It seems like that for sure. Yeah. You want to know what's happening inside those meetings and stuff, though, like what direction they want to go in. But whatever, what's the Xbox guy's name? Paul Michael? What's his name?
Pete Hines?
No, that's Bethesda. God damn it, what's his name?
Major Nelson? I don't know his full name. I just know him as Major Nelson.
No, not that guy.
Oh.
The guy who comes out on the studio and he's like, "Where's the blazer?" And he's like,
Oh.
"Microsoft is the best console in the world." That guy, you know?
I know what
What
you're
the fuck
talking
is
about.
that guy's name? Anyways, he needs to be like, we need to make 900 games for the launch of the next Xbox, and they have to be exclusive and they have to be fucking awesome.
Like, I would be, if I were them, I'd be tapping Ninja Theory. Okay, you made Hellblade.
Right.
Make something this good, exclusive for us, and we will print you money forever.
Because Ninja Theory was third party, right?
Yeah, for the longest time.
But Senua's Sacrifice was only on PS4, right?
It started out on the PS4. They wanted to go to more consoles, but I think they only had the money for one at first, or they
And
got.
then it
Oh, really?
eventually came out on all of them.
And
so now it's on Xbox?
Now it's on Xbox,
And PC and
and we're
stuff?
now getting a physical release of it
Okay.
because they made enough money, and
Gotcha.
Microsoft
Oh,
was
really?
like, "We need to sell more for the holidays, so you're getting a disc."
Yeah. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah. I don't even know what Sony needs to do other than...
Actually, so it does say that it was released worldwide for Microsoft Windows and PlayStation 4, and then an Xbox version came out in April of this year.
PC.
So it was PC and Sony. Interesting. So Microsoft needs to double down on games, that like what Sony did with PS4.
Sony needs to just
Kind of maintain, but also like humanize themselves a little bit.
listen to what your fan base wants.
Yeah.
They're still making good games, so they're not hitting that point where the fan base is just going to be turned off by Sony. But Nintendo hit that point for a while with going from the Wii to the Wii U, not catering to the true gamers anymore.
Right.
Make the Switch. It's like, oh, you know how to make games still.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like listen to and not just the backwards compatibility or not the
No,
backwards. Sorry,
no.
the backwards compatibility a tiny bit, but you can get PlayStation Now for that.
PlayStation Now's fine.
Being able to cross-platform or cross-play though would be nice.
Yes. Hopefully we're breaking that bridge.
We're getting close to breaking that bridge.
We took a stone out of the Berlin Wall.
We did.
We need who was it? Reagan?
Reagan.
Yeah, we need Reagan to get back here, and then we need a Reagan in the gaming industry.
And then name changes, which there's rumors that developers are gearing up.
We should talk about that. Yeah.
So it came out. Actually,
Three developers.
Three developers have said that
Different
developers have said that Sony is gearing up to allow name changes on PSN.
Basically, they're making changes in their game to make sure that it can accommodate the name changes. So I assume some sort of online games or whatever. But
So let's go with a good example. Overwatch.
or
Like my rank is whatever it was in Overwatch. If I change my name, I don't want to lose everything and lose all the stuff I unlocked. So
Yeah.
that's what they're preparing for.
which is interesting because so you got three different developers saying we're making our games able to function with name changes, and then a fourth popped in somewhere that said like, yeah, that's true, we're doing all that, and sent a picture of like, here's they're changing the names, but no PSX to announce that at.
Yeah.
Which is weird. It's like, these people, your fans want that more than anything right now.
That and the
then you're-
crossplay.
Yeah,
Those
and
are the
you're-
big two.
skipping your annual conference to not announce that. That's weird. But who knows?
And again, all you have to do is charge $5 for it. People will do it.
That's what Microsoft charges is $5.
Yeah, you get like one for free.
One for free, yeah.
In your entire account history.
Mm-hmm.
And then
And
like
that's all I need. I'm never gonna change it more than once. It's these dumb kids that want a new one every fucking 5 minutes.
yeah, but like I made my first PSN because the name I originally wanted was taken already on PSN, so I had to come up with a quick one.
So you want to change Conquer whatever?
555, yeah.
Gotcha. Get rid of the 5s.
Probably get rid of the 5s. Might change it up completely.
Yeah.
Greg keeps tweeting all these great things, these emails that he's getting for people that want to make announcements on his show, like really big announcements and passion projects and all this stuff.
Yeah.
He's getting overwhelming fucking responses.
It's gonna be after something in December. Like the day after something. I think it's that thing is the Kind of Funny game showcase or whatever is gonna be December 9th or something. Sometime in early December.
So probably like December.
Whenever PSX would have been, I guess.
Okay. Which is, you know what? They're going to make a killing on it.
They are.
He's going to get a bunch of new viewers and new fans.
That's what Microsoft also doesn't have. Like, it's weird, but they don't have a Greg Miller to be like, we'll do that for you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
like I would say the closest is Major Nelson, but all he does is post online.
And
a
he
blog.
works for them.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't have that ambassador fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's like, I have my own company. We're gigantic, and Sony is my place to play, and blah blah blah. Like, and we'll go to bat for them when they can't or decide not to do a conference. They'll do it for them. That's crazy. Microsoft doesn't have that.
Yeah.
That's like that love and passion that the community of Sony and PlayStation has that Sony does not recognize at all.
Yeah.
I mean, they recognize Greg Miller, but they realize that people want to watch that so much that, like, you have to realize that your fan base will follow you around no matter what. And even if Greg Miller does it.
And
They don't care.
And Microsoft had that fan base for a while with the 360.
Yeah,
like people,
exactly.
Like I remember having conversations with people 360 versus PS3, and I would scoff at the PS3 for the same reason. You had no games. Yet, like what am I going to play on your system?
Yeah.
Armored Core 6
Right.
or whatever it was, and then once titles started coming, it's like, oh wait, you're a more powerful console than this.
Yeah, Uncharted 2 comes out and you're like, Uncharted 1 comes out and it's like, oh, that's cool or whatever. But then 2 comes out and you're like, oh shit, that's pretty cool.
Well, 1 came out and my first thought was, oh, this is Tomb Raider, but with a guy.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna stick playing Skyrim.
And now
Fallout.
that's like the flagpole of
Yep.
like, this is why you need a console. This is why you need a PS4. But to transition into our next topic, which is James's Skyrim adventures,
Oh.
Microsoft also has unlimited mod support for Bethesda.
Yep.
With don't have to worry about third-party content, don't have to worry about this, don't have to worry about that. It's just if it was a mod on PC, it can be a mod on Xbox.
And you get a bigger amount of
you can-
mods to have
bigger
installed.
amount, yeah. On Microsoft or on Sony, you have a gigabyte between both games, Fallout and Skyrim. So you have to share that 1 gig.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and it's completely lackluster because you can't add any third-party content.
Yeah, so you get like the ones that fix the game, like, oh, highlight books that let me do this, or clean up the UI, or more realistic
The
conversations.
highlight books isn't even on there. Because most people, even if it will work, they're like, I don't want to put it on. It's too much work to get it approved and get it into PS4.
Yeah, that's something Sony's always had a problem with, though. I'm going to use this comparison because it's the closest thing I can think of. They're being like Apple when it comes to apps.
Yeah. But they're not. If you watch, like they are and they aren't, because if you're watching those Jim Sterling videos of these shitty games that get through, it's becoming more and more like Steam of like, how the fuck did this game get approved?
Like Curse of the Life of the Black Tiger.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's weird. It's like they're super difficult, but then all these shitty games get through because they're just like blowing somebody.
Yeah, it's the shitty games go through because like, oh, you're not going to add any content to this, just this going to be released. Fine, put it up there.
Yeah.
But it's, oh wait, you want to have access to our systems to fix your game?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I really want as I'm walking around Skyrim now, doing all my new playthroughs and stuff. I wish I had more of the mods that are
Like turning the dragons into Thomas the Tank Engine, or
Sometimes I want to try the stupid ones. Sometimes I just want ones that are, like Call My Horse. Like there's a sweet Call Your Horse mod, and you can't get it on PS4.
stupid.
Yeah, it sucks.
Right. Either way, Skyrim. How's
Yeah,
your
so
journey
tell
going?
us about your adventure.
First, Aaron made an executive decision in Skyrim.
Oh yeah, I didn't tell you about this. Did I?
The no fast travels?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So the House, we got a new representative in the House, and they voted to abolish the no fast travel law. So adventurers are free to fast travel at their will.
Can I attempt to make an amendment?
Sure.
You can't. You can only fast travel using the carts outside of each major city. That's it. That at least gets you to the district to walk to where you need to go. Nope. Okay. Never mind.
Maybe.
Play
It
around
has to
with
go up for review.
Yeah. Well, all right. We'll take your law. We'll take your bill up to Capitol Hill and see if it gets.
I don't have enough to
bribe you.
to fuel your campaign fund.
You have to hire a lobbyist.
It's true. It's gonna be quite a journey. I don't know if I
get Matt to be your lobbyist.
Matt, lobby for this.
He hasn't been commenting. I miss Matt Hinton.
Hinton.
Yeah, I miss. Here's a hint. Start commenting again.
So, my last session was figure out how to use the map in Skyrim.
We discussed this last week.
A little bit.
Where
We touched on it, yeah.
he can't understand the map.
Oh, that's right. You can't understand.
I said it
what's-
was tough to read. And then, so I'm still trying to find this Nettlebane shit for this fucking tree thing. Right?
Good call.
And so I'm walking around these Voltheim Towers or whatever it's called. And Derek's trying to explain to me how to use the map. And I'm like, I've highlighted the quest. I don't see any change to the map. Like, it didn't put
A
anything.
marker.
Yeah. I was doing it wrong, obviously. But I didn't know that I had to select, like, activate the quest, which I knew, but then I didn't know I had to arrow over and highlight the little section, and then it would put the thing on the map for me. So then I kind of went towards that general direction, found the cave, and then I'm in the process of farming that. Because while I was doing that, I was also trying to edit, and when everything went to shit, and it ate the files. So,
All right.
so yeah, I just kind of walked around, killed some skeevers. Is that what they're called?
The giant rat demon.
Yeah.
Looking things. Yeah.
And then just
What quest are you on?
the Nettlebane one. It's a side quest. But
But it doesn't tell you where to get it.
no, it just says that it's near Voltheim Towers.
Okay, so you're just wandering around trying to find it.
So I went there. I killed everybody around the tower, and then I made my way towards the cave, and then so that's kind of where I'm at now. My main quest is to go back to Whiterun and talk to, or no, not Whiterun, the first one,
Riverwood.
Riverwood. Is that the first city?
Yeah, Riverwood.
Yeah.
We said
Yeah.
River Run last week
Yeah.
and really made Derek mad.
Oh. Did he comment on how mad he was?
He did, and once we're done with the story, I'm going to read comments.
So that's the main quest. I have to go back there and talk to like a shit ton of people. Because I have side quests there, I have the main quest there, I have a lot of shit I have to do.
Have you got the Golden Claw for them yet? Okay.
Nope.
I would get the Golden Claw before I even go back there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, isn't the? Oh no, you have to get it.
Yeah. Well, the thing is you can talk to him first, the guy in the shop,
Yep.
and they'll be arguing, and then you'll be like, "What's wrong?" And he's like, "Someone stole my Golden Claw," and then you'll go to Bleak Falls Barrow. But
That's
the
right.
main quest sends you there too,
Right.
because you have to go get the stone tablet.
No, that's right. Because what I usually end up doing is I go get everything and bring it back. It's like, oh wait, you already have this.
Basically, instead of being like, "Oh, I'll help you find it," he goes, "Do you mean this Golden Claw?" And it's like, "Oh my God, you have it!" And then it's very clear that you didn't steal it, for some reason. Because if someone did that, I'd be like, "What the fuck, man?"
You're gonna hate the claws.
Yeah. Well, I figured out that the claws, okay, they're simple, right? It's like I look at the thing, I just put that in there. That's really dumb. Why do we have these things? It's not to keep adventurers out. It's to keep droggers in. Do you think about that?
I did not.
That's why it's so stupid and simple. Because we don't need a trick to get in there. We just need to keep them in. So I don't hate them as much
Smart.
anymore.
So what were you guys doing the other night when talking about like Thieves Guild missions and stuff like that?
Yeah, so eventually the main story sends you to a town southeast called Riften. and it's kind of a darker. Oh yeah, right there. It's kind of a seedier town.
It looks nice. When you get in there, it looks nice.
But the first guard tries to shake you down for money.
Oh,
Like,
really?
there's an entrance fee, and you're like, "Ugh, what the fuck? So it's kind of shady. And then there's a dude standing at the thing that's, like, kind of shady as well. So you can do that stuff there, but you also start, in order to continue the main story, you meet this guy in the Thieves Guild, and you do a little quest for him, and it kind of parts off. So you can start doing the Thieves Guild stuff, or you can continue doing the main story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's basically like this hidden community of thieves that live underneath Riften.
Okay.
And you can kind of bring them back to their former glory because
If
they're
you're-
kind of a joke now.
If you're a
Oh,
trophy
really?
hunter, it's one of the longest trophies to get.
It is
Really?
because the last mission in it is kind of random. Like you have to get random missions from people, and
Oh,
you never
really?
know whether you're going to or not.
And
Oh, shit.
and it's like you have to do a certain number of. They give you 4 types of missions, like thief, larceny, bedlam, and something else.
Yeah.
And you have to do all of them.
Like 10 times, I
Oh my
think, and
God.
sometimes you'll get 2 of these and 2 of those, and so you just never know.
So it's one of those ones like if you're gonna grind it out, you either do it all at once or you just do a couple here. And okay, I'm leaving Riften to go to Whiterun or Windhelm.
What was Derek's blunder from the other night, where he stole something from someone, gave it back to them?
Yes, so he was doing the Thieves Guild, the first Thieves Guild quest. It's not a Thieves Guild quest. It's basically like, hey, I need your help. Can you help me find Esbern in the underground Riften? Remember that guy?
Yeah.
And he's like, sure, I'll help you find Esbern, but first you have to help me do this thing for the Thieves Guild. And it's like, okay, you have to steal Madesi's ring and put it on.
In the lockbox.
You have
Like-
to steal it from the lockbox and then plant it on somebody.
It's kind of the quest that you get. You're trying out for the Thieves Guild, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's doing this big thing. He distracts everyone, and then you steal the thing from the lockbox and then plant it on someone, and then you remember that one?
Yeah, yeah.
So he stole Madesi's ring to plant on like Branche, right? Is the target? He stole Madesi's ring and then planted it on Madesi. And then realized that it didn't work and tried to and then pickpocketed Madesi and then failed giving it to Branche. That was amazing. It's because we were all talking and
Yeah.
like distracted, and so he was like, "Oh yeah, Madesi. Oh, there's Madesi. I'll just give it to her." And it's
Yeah.
like,
And then all of a sudden you just hear, "Oh, God damn it!"
yeah, that was
Damn
really
it.
funny.
God damn it! Talking about this with you wants me to play it again.
Right, I know. It's so
To
good.
be fair, I don't really have anything to play right now.
Yeah, it's killing time until Red Dead, bro. It's
Soul,
great.
Soul Calibur for me, but
Oh, you don't want to play Red Dead?
I'm gonna play Red Dead.
Okay.
But Soul Calibur comes out first.
Oh, really?
No, Red Dead's a guaranteed game.
On they did another ranking of fighters that I sent you the other day.
Yeah.
Their new one today. They did. Do you remember this? Clay Fighters.
Yep.
They played Clay
Did
Fighters.
they play the Super Nintendo or the 64 version?
The Super Nintendo.
Yep, I played it.
Yeah, me too. And I remembered it. I was like, oh my god, the snowman and
The evil snowman, the blob,
the Elvis guy.
yeah, the Terminator bunny.
Yeah, they ranked it. So far, they've done 52 fighter games, and they ranked it 38, I think.
It's not the best.
Yeah,
it's nostalgic.
Right.
I prefer the 64 version. Clay Fighter 63 and a third.
63 and a third. Yeah, exactly.
Probably because Earthworm Jim is a playable character.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right.
Just
Anything?
fucking watch that show, man.
Anything else? Anything big happened in your Skyrim playthrough?
No, that's about it. I've been so balls deep in Odyssey.
Yeah, and we'll get to there in one moment.
Mm-hmm.
Comments.
Yeah, we'll do comments first. So, Derek wanted to say that it's called Nettlebane because we were calling it something else. We were helping it.
Nettlebane.
We did not.
Yeah, I said it was something. I said it was like Niflbane or something like that, or
Oh,
Niffle.
okay.
Niflbane.
Then the rest are about. And then Joyce Kircher said, "Great show, I enjoyed it."
Thank you.
The rest are about the PlayStation list that we made.
Oh.
Okay, and we blundered a little bit.
What?
So get ready for this. First, Derek says, "Oh man, Bloody Roar! I played the demo disc of that, and also remember demo discs. Yes, I do. Demo discs were the best." And then he says, "I loved Driver. I remember begging to get it, and then I could never pass the tutorial level, so I played the practice rounds for hours. My dad even bought me one of those Mad Cat steering wheel and pedal controllers. That's
Wow.
dope. I always wanted one of those.
See, I remember, like, if you watch any list of, like, worst driving levels or worst tutorials, that driver one comes up. Because it's a checklist of stuff you have to do.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, you can do through almost the whole thing in one go, but then it's, like, reverse 180 3-point turn or something like that.
Yeah. Ridiculous. And then someone named Daedra Hart has commented.
Uh-oh.
He says, it's 5 PS Classic games announced. We forgot to mention Jumping Flash, so we should have named 15 instead of 16.
Oh.
And I looked it up, and he's correct. Go ahead and verify. And then he also says, now, I said Silent Hill, right?
Yes.
And then you said Silent Hill 2,
Yes.
which was a PS2 game.
Oh, okay. My bad.
And
My bad.
I told him, I said, thank you, Wes will be punished immediately.
I almost thought there was a PS2 game. I was like, no, there was 2 of them that came out on the PS1. I swear there was, but...
Yeah. So we apologize for those mistakes.
So, and I also apologize. Yeah, when I read the article, I just skipped Jumping Flash.
Sure.
And I have no idea what that game is.
So far, it's been Blunder Week.
Yeah. But we appreciate the corrections. As always, comment below and we'll read it on the show.
Fuck is this?
Hmm.
I'm looking at Jumping Flash.
Oh, yeah, I've never heard of it.
It got a sequel.
Never heard of it.
It looks like almost a 3D kind of shooter.
Weird.
Yeah.
Still going with the pop socket, huh?
Mm-hmm. Hey, it might look stupid, but it's one of the most useful things I've ever bought.
Crazy.
Like, legitimately, I will admit, it looks stupid.
Healthcare, car, pop socket.
Okay, fine.
The most useful thing I've ever bought.
Most useful, non-essential thing. How about that?
I don't know, man. We have 2 Disneyland lightsabers over there.
Mm-hmm.
I get more use out of this.
I don't know.
If you had those, though, you and Donnie could sword fight.
Or do you already? With the double-ended dildo.
Do you guys sword fight?
Oh, no.
No.
With those, yeah.
Those look like they haven't moved for a year.
Probably. All right, Odyssey, and then we'll close it.
Odyssey.
Odyssey.
So you guys have now split from what we've talked about.
Okay, so let me go through my roller coaster of emotions with this game. Okay? Because my first impression of the game was not that great.
So your first impression, we're going on that roller coaster, is just flat.
Yeah.
Just
So
flat.
like we're going, we're not even like going and then up. You know, like roller coasters go. We're just kind of.
Oh, okay.
It's like a mine. It's like a mine cart. We're just going and going and going, and it's like, okay, this is like Origins. Fighting's a little different. Parrying is in there. The Falakis in Origins is just like the fucking what do you call it? Bounty hunters that are in Odyssey. Okay, so same thing, right? Now I'm like, there's no assassin story. Like, what's happening? Where's the assassins? Where's the lead into this? Where's
Why
you know
is
what I mean?
Assassin's Creed in the name?
what? Yeah, exactly. So then story starts to twist. Now we're going up. We're going up a little bit. So we're going up. There's a nice little twist in the story. Someone disappears. You don't know what's going on with that
I can't do it
person.
anymore.
Yeah.
Come on, man. This is part of your cardio. Go.
So I'm playing through this and everything, right? And it's getting better story-wise, but the game is becoming daunting. There's 3 nights in a row where I didn't go to bed before 5 a.m. because
Jesus.
I just keep shiny things into something else. Shiny things. You know what I mean? It just keeps me looking for stuff because I'm so intrigued on where this story is going and how they're going to tie it into this fucking franchise.
Can you imagine being that many hours into a game and not knowing why it's called Assassin's Creed?
Yeah.
I can't.
And, like, there's a cult, just like the Templars. There's a cult, right? I don't know if this cult manifests itself into the Templars. You know what I mean? There's nothing's clear. It's just like you have a cult, and you have to unlock clues. 6 clues per cultist. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cultist groups. 6 clues per cultist, 5 cultists in a group. So you have to do missions to unlock these clues.
Come on, accountant.
140 clue missions to get all of these done.
Yeah, well, because each one has 6.
Yeah, and
Right?
there's 5.
And then when you get all the clues, then the identity of that person is revealed. Then you can go try to find them. Only until you find and kill them, but you have to kill the entire group in order to unlock one of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the circle. Cult leaders.
He's really selling the game. He's really making me want to play it.
This is because I want to talk about the good and the bad.
Yes.
The good for me is that it's an Assassin's Creed game. It plays well. It looks pretty. It has me intrigued on what's happening.
And you've gotten hooked a little bit by the story.
Right, exactly. Okay. The daunting part of it, which makes me like, fucking, sometimes I stop and I eat something and I'm like, what? Why the fuck am I, like, why am I playing this? What are you doing?
Oh.
What? What's that?
The definition of Stockholm Syndrome.
Oh.
Okay.
So
the game is daunting and grindy.
yes, it's the fast traveling of it takes fucking forever. The loading screens are horrendously long.
And boring. You don't even
Yeah.
get to run with the avatar anymore.
Yeah.
It's just
Oh,
like
they
took
it's
that
just
out?
the cult symbol.
Yeah.
And it's just like
oh, let me stare at this fucking lamp
Oh,
that's
cool.
on.
for 45 seconds to a
Cool.
minute.
Let me go take my dogs out.
Yeah, for real.
I actually think sometimes it's longer than a minute. I really do.
Start-
Because
that
it'll
would be
like
terrible.
load the bar and then the bar just sits at the end. And I'm just like, there's been several times where I've fallen asleep waiting for the fucking thing to load.
Oh, good.
And that's with every fast travel, Wes. Every single one.
And-
You can and this game's a little different to where you need your boat, right? If you in Black Flag and Origins, well, Origins you'd have the boat, but in Black Flag you can't bring the boat with you anywhere. You have to like get back on the boat, sail to where you have to be. You have to keep the boat with you the whole time. Now you can fast travel your boat to a port. If you get to a ship dock, you can say, "Okay, call the boat," and then the boat comes to you, and it takes like half your day away. Right? So it brings the boat there. You could fast travel to the boat, which is nice. So I literally have to strategically plan out the fastest way for me to do this. If I leave my boat here, fast travel here, do this mission, then I can go back to my boat and then sail over here. Instead of just jumping all over. And it's the loading screens is my biggest problem. It is too motherfucking long.
Okay. So you're warming up to the game. I wouldn't say you're
Yeah.
really deeply into it yet, but you're warming up to it.
Right. The synchronization points bother me. So there's a quest to hit these 5 certain sync points, and those ones are beautiful places to climb and sync up. They're big statues. One of them is the end of the fucking main hill that's like part of the main story in the very beginning.
Okay.
And then the rest of them are giant statues, right? Those are nice. All of the other ones in the middle serve no purpose.
Just to
They're
open up
little
more points
buildings.
little points for you to get.
They're little buildings. You don't even really go on anything cool. They're just regular Greek-looking buildings. And the sync point's in the same spot on all the buildings. Just a little stump. You just get on it. Syncing, beautiful. Does a great slow motion pan around with the eagle. Shows you all the view and everything. Some of the ones, if you're in a really nice, like, foresty, islandy area, like, it looks really fucking cool. I hit a couple of nice desert spots. That was like, oh, this is a nice change from the lush, islandy, because it's all Greek islands,
Yep.
so it's all lush shit. But again, the middle ones serve no purpose. So like the eagle synchronization points, the mission is cool because I have to talk to this blind king, he's called, right? And then he's like, oh, go to these synchronization points and tell me, come back to me and describe how beautiful they are. Right? So then you go there, and then he's like, he gives you a clue each time on why you're doing this. And so I'm thinking it's going to be something story related, something really cool. It's just treasure. I haven't gotten it yet. I don't know what the treasure is, but he did reveal that, like on the final mission, he's like, I'll tell you where the location of the treasure is. So there's that. But yeah, the gameplay and the story is keeping me involved from completely shutting it down because the loading screens are really fucking pissing me off.
So loading screens and grind are killing you,
Yeah.
but the actual gameplay and the story are keeping you invested enough.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I am not a graceful fighter. Like, they make fun of me when I'm playing Assassin's Creed and they're playing Skyrim, and it just sounds like I'm button mashing. You know what I mean? Like I'm not a graceful fighter when it comes to that.
I gotcha.
So the gameplay is cool because I don't have to Dark Souls it the whole time and dodge behind them. I could parry now and then get a block that way, which you couldn't do in Origins.
Nice.
So
That's actually a good upgrade.
Yeah. Yeah, he mentioned it last week, but it's one of the main things that's nice about the fighting.
All right, so as I said, you guys diverge. So Aaron, Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, I just decided to not play it this year and play it next year.
Gonna wait for like the summer backlog.
Yeah. Or like next year when we don't have one, maybe I'll want to play another Assassin's Creed. I just feel like I just played this game. That's how I feel. And I'm forcing myself to play it, and I don't want to do that to myself or the game, the people who made the game.
Yeah, that's
I'm
never
just
fun
hating
for
it.
a game.
Yeah.
And to be fair, we don't get paid to play games. If we did, we would force ourselves to play crap.
Yeah, exactly.
And not saying Assassin's
But
Creed
I don't
is
think this
crap.
is crap
Yeah.
either. I think it's a little shady. I think it's maybe a lot shady. But it seems like a third of the team there cares, and the rest maybe care, but are forced by Ubisoft to do shady shit.
Yeah.
It just gives me a bad vibe when I play it, because they're so often trying to get you to buy stuff. And
Yeah, I've watched some stuff on the whole store.
yeah.
And they're coming out with, Ubisoft's coming out with articles about how the math of their store works. And no, we didn't make the game harder and grindier to get you to buy boosters.
Mm-hmm.
But then you see sites like Polygon,
Even Kotaku wrote that.
yeah,
Yeah.
where it's the game feels better with boosters on.
Yeah.
But
So part of which actually I feel like that they did make it harder and grindier to do that, because I am now at the main mission point and I have followed everything to a T. I have done side quests in every fucking city that I've been in. Okay? I have followed the story. I am 4 levels under to go on with the main story. I now, if I want to get there, I have to go to all these other bullshit islands that aren't a part of anything and do stuff there to get my level up so I can continue with the main story.
Yeah. That's
and,
proof
and
right there.
that's telling. Yeah. So, I guess on that one, just if you're playing Assassin's Creed, comment below and tell me if you're more on the James side or the Aaron side, or if you completely love this game from the ground up or hate everything it's about.
Yeah. Yeah, let us know.
Truth. We'll read it on the show.
Let us know and comment below, and we'll read it on the show.
Just so you know.
With the toe. In the snow.
Close out the show.
Actually, really quick, I do have a little review of Super Mario Party.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Never
fun.
played it.
Have you played any Mario Parties?
Nope.
Have you?
You have it?
I have. No, he said he hasn't.
You have it?
Yeah,
Nice.
bought it on Friday.
Nice.
It's fun. It's Mario Party. They went back to the board game style, not the car, which is good because the
Yeah.
car was stupid. It's a little it's not lacking in content because I gave a lot of new modes. Like there's a rhythm-based mode, there's a partners boards mode, there's a river survival mode where you actually work together with all the computers or your friends. But because of that, the main just party mode, the board game and stuff, there's only 4 boards right now, which usually there's about 5 or 6 or even 7. So it kind of is lacking. The mini games are all fantastic. The game is polished really nice. They just took out a couple of little things. Like, there's not as many ways to dick over your friends, which it's what Mario Party's about. It's a friendship killing game.
Yeah. It makes it miserable, to be honest.
Like the trap spaces you can put down. Yeah, there's none of that. The worst you can do, steal coins. You can get an item that'll let you steal an item from somebody. Or if you have 30 coins and you get to a specific space, you can steal a star. Stars are a lot more plentiful than in other games.
And then does it also do the thing where at the end of the game?
Bonus stars. There are 2 bonus stars that are given at the end of every round for stuff like lucky, most traveled, unluckiest, most money. Like, and they have a new system. They have an ally system. So you can land on ally spaces, and you get another character with you who will roll a dice, either 1 or a 2, to give you more spaces on every roll. And every character has their own special dice. There's a character die. So Bowser, for example, has like a 10, a 7, a 3, a 1, and then 2 -2 coin dice on one die. So it's a little more strategic there.
Is Bowsette in it?
Bowsette is not in it. I don't think Nintendo is ever going to acknowledge Bowsette
What about Bouette?
or Bouette or any of the Ets.
What about Toadette?
Yes, Toadette is in the game because she's the one who controls the stars now since Bowser's a playable character.
Interesting.
Which is kind of messed up. Bowser was always the guy to fuck you over, and now he's not.
Is Wario in it?
Wario is, Waluigi.
Waluigi?
There are 4 characters to unlock. I don't know how to unlock the 4. I know it's Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, Dry Bones, and somebody else.
That's weird. Interesting characters to keep locked.
I mean, I'm assuming the Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong can be unlocked by amiibos.
Probably.
But I think you can unlock everything in game. So,
And if you buy an amiibo.
or if you buy an amiibo. I do recommend the game. It's a fun Mario Party. It's great just to bust out with friends. It is the only problem is like you have to have 4 Joy-Cons. You can only play with Joy-Cons.
I want to do a Let's Play of it. It'll be fun.
Yeah, it's a good game for now, and shows that Nintendo knows how to make their first party stuff. Going back to that,
Yeah.
they listened to what fans wanted. They hated the car, so
Yeah.
they got rid of the car.
Yeah. They're getting better. Now Sony just has to listen.
Sony just has to listen, but the problem is they keep making games that are on best game of the year list.
True.
So you want Sony to change, you have to speak with your wallet.
Yeah, exactly.
But the problem is, cool, we're releasing Last of Us 2.
Yeah, stop making good games. So I can hate you.
But with that, thank you for joining us for the Broken Pixel podcast. If you like what you saw, like, favorite, subscribe on all of the social medias. If you want to help us out, visit patreon.com/derailed. Throw us $1, throw us $5. Let's bring you more content.
Comment below and we'll read it on the show.
We will. To be fair, Aaron will.
That's true.
It's Aaron's segment. It's his baby.
It's my baby.
Good night, guys.